Hello, my name is Solomon Pleasant, and welcome back to the Pokémon Blackout. In the previous episode, we beat Drayden and fought Charon, and we are getting ready to venture up Victory Road to go fight the Elite Four. So the Whiteout is in a spot where they just got to the Elite Four. They haven't fought anybody yet, though. They managed to make it to the top. Having that said, I think the Whiteout playthrough definitely needs, like, all the help it can get. I think it's definitely not as strong as this team is. So, I think what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna get through Victory Road, get up to the Elite Four, and fight the Elite Four with this team. And then, after that, I forget if the game allows me to access a box or not, because I know some stuff happens with N right after fighting the Elite Four. So I think what I'm gonna do then, I'm just gonna put one of these on right away. There we go. Is once I beat the Elite Four, I will allow the Whiteout team to utilize anything I get from my wins in the Elite Four before they fight the Elite Four, because I've already broken the rules. I've already broken the rules a little bit with the previous episode with utilizing a Dredagon ahead of schedule. And I really just want to see the Whiteout team have the best possible shot of getting through the Elite Four and pretty much the end game. So by giving them as many options as I can, at least that's my hope. That is my hope for this. So, provided everything goes well. Provided. Which I will say, I do have faith in this team. I know that so far, not everything has gone 100% accordingly, but I do think this team has the capacity to get through the Elite Four. I do like the setup that this Elite Four has. I also like that this Victory Road doesn't require HMs. I just like that this game doesn't demand HMs out of you. Like, you need them to traverse, but, like, you don't need them to progress the story, which is nice. Alright. Alright, let's head up Victory Road. I do have to fight this singular person. I think there's like 2 mandatory fights, and the rest of the fights are like things you can, in theory, avoid. I think that's how it all works. IDK! Why not? That's so stupid how much that does. Alright, pass the baton. Yep. Thank God that wasn't a crit. Go get him, Spectricide, you got this. I know you don't have any special moves, but that's okay. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion. Now we keep fighting. Because we're gonna baton pass Yeah, I'll pass to Quake. See, if I'm less stupid, this team works pretty well. If I'm less stupid. Solid. This guy tells me about sliding. Yep. And then I go through here. Go up here. Now this guy I am pretty sure I can ignore. If I'm smart. Which, you know, I have never been one to be smart, but you know what, we're here to try. It writes itself. It writes itself. That's a cool dog you have there. Hey man, I don't appreciate that. I did not think I'd come to hate a move so much as Takedown. It does way more than you'd think it would. You make me upset, Stoutland. You really do. You really make me upset. Quake, kill him. Now we stand. Hi, Scolipede. Bye, Scolipede. No hard feelings, buddy. Nice. Get out of here, Dwayne. And I believe it's over that way. Okay, if I see a Braviary here. No, it's just that. Okay. Okay. Just gonna pop another one of those. I think there's only one other fight that, like, you have to do in this road. You can just ignore that guy. You can ignore that guy, too. You gotta go up here. You can ignore that gentleman. Slide down all the way there. Ignore that gentleman. Okay, then maybe you don't need to. Okay, it's just those two. Those are the only two I think that you like have to actually fight. I think you can ignore everybody else. Okay. 10 minutes, we make it to the league. You know what? Not my best time, but we make do. I think I have enough revives. Unironically, having like 20 full restores is not a poor choice. I think 10 revives and a max revive is good enough. Okay. So I'm going to level everybody up to 50 and kind of walk through my plan here. So the cool thing about this team is that we have a pretty good spread on how to deal with the Elite Four, which this is a very cool Elite Four, in my opinion, because we have the Ghost Specialist, the Psychic Specialist, the Dark Specialist, and the Fighting Specialist. And I just really like that spread of Elite Four members. And we get to choose how we take them on. No, I'm good. Now, I think almost every time I've played through this game, I have fought Chantal first. Ooh, is Retaliate any good? No. No, I have Counter. I would much rather do that. However, I think, given how this team works, and the cool thing about this team is that... Ooh, yes, I will take Earthquake. That is just better than Magnitude. I don't know why I did that. It's okay, it's like one level, it's fine. We're gonna get more levels on our other mons anyway. So, like, Chantal being a ghost expert, I obviously have Ghidorah. No. Ghidorah doesn't have dark type moves, but Ghidorah does have, the dark typing for defense. Okay. We have just really good coverage into the Psychic Specialist. I think my only concern is the Dark Special... No, we have two fighting moves. I think it's the Ghost Specialist. I think that's my biggest concern. Because we don't have great stab on Ghost outside of Quake. I think I can let Spectricide lead into most of this. Alright. So I think part of what my mess up has been is I've been leading with IDK, and IDK is very slow. If I look at the stats real quick. Yeah, IDK is really slow. But if I lead Spectricide, who's naturally fast and has speed boost, I can baton pass into IDK, who will then get all those speed boosts. Anyway. Hey man, I am here to fight the Elite Four. Sure thing. Alright. Let's do this. I think I'm gonna start with the Psychic Specialist. I think I will have the easiest time against that one. Oh no, the Repel. Alright. Let's get it. And I think the cool thing about this one is that Spectricide can naturally boost his speed while using bug-type moves to deal with the psychics. Oh, this music's hype, though. Steamroll him. Ooh. He is weak to Psychic. Oh, that's not good. That is very not good. Okay. Well, that's not a good start. Ugh. It's okay. Quake punch him. No, we keep fighting. The bane of my existence. Of course you would have that. Dear Lord. Okay, Quake is not fast enough. It goes for Ice Beam again. I think Big Chungus can tank that. No, we go for the full restore, I see. No, maybe Curse when it doesn't boost my special defense is not smart. I'm gonna try and pass the baton on that. I think this dies. Okay, I am flubbing it right now. It does have Ice Beam, so I gotta be I have to be fast about this. Crap. That Ice Beam is causing me problems. That's fine. Dear Lord. Okay. That Ice Beam is just destroying me right now. Good God. I'm gonna bank on a Psychic again. Air Slash, okay. Okay, IDK, I'm gonna need you to just start dancing like crazy. How do you have that? Okay. 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 This Mon is the bane of my existence. Just actually. Like, just the actual bane of my existence. Okay, you have decimated my entire team with one Mon. That is crazy. That's actually crazy. God, I hope you don't die to this sword. Thank you for not dying to that. I hate that mon so much. Oh my god. Yeah, let's switch to Ghidorah and hope to God that we can spend a turn just recovering. No shot this thing has a fighting move. Better not take my Zap Blade from me, I need that. Okay, it's trying to set up. Alright. See, I try setting up, I get punished. You try setting up and everything's fine. That doesn't seem fair. I don't think I'm bothered by that. I'm not bothered by that. I'm more bothered by that. Okay, maybe don't do that. I clicked Hurricane. I am pretty sure... When did those... Oh, it's because... Okay, yeah, I know what's going on. Alright. I request that you stop doing that. Okay. Well, this is definitely not going as planned. Okay. I think, just to be preemptive about this, I'm also going to heal Sword. Because I cannot be spending a ton of turns, like, juggling and reviving everything. See if we can get, like, a freeze or something? Or a para? None? Alright. Well, that's not good. We might just lose here. There's a very good shot that we just lose to the first one. Okay. I think we go for the crit. Oh, it knows Thunderbolt. Yep, GG's. GG's. Yep, yep. Okay. Alright, cool. Cool. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Not how I anticipated the first go would be. How much money did I lose from that? Most of my money. Okay. Very nice. Yep. Alright, let's, was not expecting Spectricide to die immediately. Okay. We're not ready for that one. We do the Dark type first. Okay, well that gives me even less hope for the white team's playthrough if we're struggling that much with that. Okay. Hey man, how's it going? This music still slaps. Alright, Spectricide, let's try this one. Steamroll him. Ew, cringe. Cringe. That's cringe, Grimsley. We don't do that here. We don't do evasion strats here. Nice. Nice crit. Grimsley, that is incredibly cringe, and I'm gonna need to ask you to not do that. How are you alive? Goes for a full restore. Yep. We're just gonna keep ramping speed. Grimsley, you're cringe. That is actually such a cringe play to make. My mans, you cannot keep stacking double team like that. Yep, there's the evade. Rude. I'm at max speed. Which is... God. Of course! Of course. Oh, you can just screw right off with that. You can actually screw right off with that. Oh my god, you cannot be serious. I will say we have hit almost every single one of the attacks despite his evasion increase, so I suppose there's that, but you can screw right off with that. Among Us, yeah, I swap on that. I think Earthquake kills. Wait, why do you have Among Us on your team? You're the Dark type specialist. What are we doing with that? Hit a Quake. Quake gets to live up to his name. Aw, man. You know what? That is not the worst possible thing that could be occurring. That's fine. I don't think Earthquake does a lot, but we're just gonna... Because Crunch is gonna do a lot. See, the logical reason there is to get rid of the poison. I think Razor Shell does more. I'm still trying to figure out why he had an Among Us on him. Okay, I think he kills me. I am, like, pretty certain he does. Yep. Ghidorah has Levitate, so it's fine. And just go for a tri-attack. Oh, you have that, do you? How convenient for you. Get out of here with that nonsense. Yeah, we swap on that. Yeah, we swap on that. That's a big Chungus play. Punch him in the face. Violently. Get drained. Punch him in the face again. Yep, okay, it's live hard. Yep, that tracks. Okay. I hate crits in this game. Like, officially, I hate crits in this game so much. Oh my god, that is so stupid. That should not do that much damage. That is so ridiculously stupid. Okay. Thank you, give me my money back. Thank you. Yeah, okay. First one down. 3 to go. And this, kids, is why you buy a bunch of stuff. That was rough. That was not as rough as the Psychic, so we have that going for us. Can use the last of my hypers. See, I think from there I gotta use my fulls. Okay. I think we do Marshall next. Because I am hesitant to take on Chantal. I also think this team has like a decent shot of dealing with Marshall. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not entirely certain. We're just gonna save because no way I am going through that a second time and losing a ton of money. But no, I detest crits in this game. That is absolutely stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. I always wondered if his teeth were blue, and then I figured out it was a mouth guard. Alright, Marshall, I don't know what Pokemon they changed on your team, but we're going to find out. Alright, Spectricide, your job is to ramp up like crazy, like Sicko style. I don't like that you know Bulldoze. I'm not a fan of that. Let's see, he will probably go for that again. I'm like fairly confident he'll do that. What are the odds he uses a fighting move? Decent enough, I don't want to risk that. Golurk's a little bit faster. Ooh, a rock move, okay. No, it is too tempting to use Fissure. We're gonna Shadow Punch. Of course it's a crit. And then negates the speed, of course. Of course. Because of course it is. Punch him again. Eat the Stone Edge. Not like that, Quake. Okay. I think Sword can finish this one out. You know, Marshall, just because it looks like a rock does not mean you need to treat it like a rock. Just food for thought on that one. Sword, you're designed to crit. How have you not been critting? He goes for the full restore, that's whatever. That's good. Sock. I switch out on that one. Odds that it also has a ground type move? I'm gonna say low. We're gonna steamroll. Nice. Okay, it does have a rock move, though, and that is inconvenient. Okay. Let's see. I think we D-dance a bunch. Mm-hmm. Leftovers should mitigate some of that problem. I think we go for one more D-dance. I don't think Stone Edge kills. It writes itself! It writes itself! This is so stupid, okay. It writes itself. He goes for a fighting type move, I'm well aware of that. Oh. No, he's just using Stone Edge again, okay. I forgot you have flying type moves, Ghidorah. You might help me out of this mess. No, we keep fighting. That is not great. That is also not great. Big Chungus, you're gonna die, and I understand that. But the objective here is used to max revive, because Ghidorah is unironically my best shot of getting through this. -2 speed, that puts me in a good spot. This Hurricane should do some nasty work here. Sick. We keep fighting, because this thing is prone to using stuff like High Jump Kick. U-turn? For what reason? Oh, that's mean. That's rough. Oh, you... yeah. Okay. 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 That's okay, buddy. I'm gonna heal you up. Don't worry. go for a counter. Nice. I think we go for the full restore again. This puts me in a rough spot. It does no U-turn. I think we go for a Razor Shell. Rude. Okay, it does know that move. Oh god, okay. I think we go for another full heal. No, we gotta go for a max. That's the only way we're getting out of this. Yeah. Had a feeling. Alright, Quake, buddy. I feel like Earthquake should be enough. Sure. Oh, I see. I see, you're just trying to flinch me out. I get you. I get you. Of course! Of course. That was rough. Oh my god, that was rough. Okay, that's 2. We used a ton of resources for that. He managed to go through almost our entire team there. This is rough, gang. I'm not gonna lie. This is all to make the white team's job easier, and like, oh my god, I don't know, dude. Full restore, everybody. Okay, how many full restores do I have left? 7. Alright. Just gonna save real quick on that. I think we do Chantal and see what happens? Question mark? Chantal's gonna be rough because I'm pretty sure she leads with Cophagregus, and Mummy just kind of negates Scoliped's ability to do anything. Which is not great. So I think the approach here for this one specifically is we start with Ghidorah, because Ghidorah can at least charge himself up. Okay, Chantal, what you got? Like, I thought this team would have an easier time. That is not the case. gonna start by Charge Beam. Where are those stat increases? Of course it's a crit. Why wouldn't it be? That's so silly to think. Okay, Animus. Yep. Okay. But do I get crits? Not really. No, we don't get crits here. We don't get crits here. That's a silly thing. Hurricane's weirdly putting in some work, so we're gonna see if that can kill. Getting rid of this Cophagrigus is very critical to the overall plan. Okay. Okay. That's the luck we're looking for. Good job, Ghidorah. Okay. Yeah, we switch on the Golurk. We switch on the Golurk. Alright, Sword, your time to shine. There's the crit. There's a crit. Okay. Yeah, we'll switch on that. I think we're fast enough. I think we're fast enough that Charge Beam could kill. We're gonna see. We are fast. And now we get the increase. Boo. Boo. Throw tomatoes at that thing. Boo. And a crit. Yep. Okay. Okay, no surf. I can keep... No, Big Chungus can't do anything in this fight. Your time to shine, Spectricide. It's kinda hoping for a flinch there. Charging up. Huh. Of course! Of course it's a crit. Why wouldn't it be? I think... I don't want to risk that. I think Sword is the smarter option here. Both of these aren't great options. Oh, fighting doesn't even work, I see. You know Energy Ball? Okay, dude, that's fine, sure. Can we get a crit, maybe? Defense dropped. Of course! Of course! Guys, I'm gonna be so real. This is the dumbest Elite Four fight I've had to go through. Like, just actually. Okay, Quake, I need you to either take a hit or just be faster. Okay. Sure. That works. That works, my guy. That works. Oh no, we keep going. Punch him. Okay, you are faster. Barry, that's fine. I need you to tank this. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Reuniclus, you are going in strictly to die. Quake is my way out of this fight. I've only got one of those left. Ah, jeez. Oh, dear God. Okay. I need to heal. Yep, payback. If I get crit again, I think I'm just done. I don't know how many Mons she has left. Nice. Why is Swoobat? Also, thank God I picked Shadow Punch instead of Fissure. Okay. Thank you, Quake. Oh my God. Oh, good lord. Okay. No, like, this has been the dumbest Elite Four that I've had to deal with over the course of going through this channel. Of going through the games. Like, this Elite Four is stupid. Okay. I'll revive you. I might have to just, like, yeah, I'll have to straight up cheat. I have to cheat. I have to cheat and get some more, like, revives in here. That sucks. That really sucks. There's no way I can 4v6 that. Well, we're gonna head in here real quick. I'll save. That's disappointing. Thought I could get through with all that, but I guess I can't. I guess I just suck. I'm gonna pause, and I'll be back with items. Alright, I'm back. That took a bit. But, it is what it is. I don't know how I'm supposed to play around that many crits. But okay, game. Not to mention the fact that, like, again, I must have done something with the mod to give them extra mons or something, or to, like, switch them up a bit, because, like, they're using mons they're not supposed to have. So I don't know what's up with that. Really don't know what's up with that. Okay. And I'm just gonna level dudes up at this point. Because at this point, I feel I have earned that. I have done my best to play this honorably, but if we're gonna get that many crits, I think I'm allowed a couple levels. If we're gonna get critted like that. This is the last Elite Four member. I am so worried for the Whiteout team. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'll be so real. Okay, let's do this. My hope is that she doesn't one-shot me with Psychic. That is my hope. Let's see if we can stun her with Steamroller. Go for a flinch. Nope. That's probably a one-shot. Yep. Okay. This thing probably knows Shadow Ball. No, it's going for... Okay. That is a choice. Interesting. I think I can take another Thunder. I am faster now. Let's see, that's a +2. We can Baton Pass. I think now Ghidorah has the capacity to kill this thing. I think Dragon resists electric? It does. Good. I think a Hurricane can kill. We can beam Sigalith with a Charge Beam, which is at +2. Solid. And the charge. Love to see that. Whimsicott's pure grass at this point, so I can stay in. This fairy type doesn't exist yet. I don't appreciate you doing that. I highly request you stop, actually. I don't want my special defense getting nuked like that. You just happen to know that one? Dear God. Yeah, we switch. Yeah, we switch into Quake on that. I'm allowed Okos at this point. Nah, you're dead, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Nah. I forget if this is our last one or not. I think it is. Good night. I have no qualms with that. After what you put me through, no qualms. Well, that was disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I'd have a lot more fun with this Elite Four fight, but all of that was just utter BS. That was not fun. I should not need to cheat that much. I'll be so real. I hope that there is a point where I can save. Or more so, a point where, like, I can restock my Mons on their moves. That is my hope. I'm just gonna save real quick. God, I hope the white team does not have to deal with that many crits. Like, I'll admit some misplays on my end. We'll fully admit that. There were too many crits, though. And for this gen, that's insane. Alrighty. we go, I suppose. Nah, there's nothing over here. Alright. Hey, Older, did you beat N like you said you would? Uh-huh. Older, you had one job. I'm sorry, what? Oh. Oh, you just had a castle in your back pocket there, Ren? Just had a whole castle there? Okay. Well, uh-huh. Just had that on you. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, and we gonna throw down. Is that what's going on? Okay. Hey, Sharon, how's it going? Yeah. Alder, you said you wouldn't. All right, guess I'll go do. Can I do something with that over there? That little thing right there? No? Okay. Ooh, this is some nice music, though. Okay. Oh, you guys. Gotcha. What's this? Oh, hey, Clay. Nice to see you again. Oh, hey, the gym leaders. Cool. Except for, like, the 3 waiters in the first gym. I guess they didn't feel like showing up. Okay, that's cool. Where could I possibly find, like, a thing for, like, storage? I would like to find that. That'd be great. What? Yeah? Oh. Well, thank you. Weird ninja person? I appreciate that. Oh, hey. Okay. And oh, thank you for doing that. Appreciate it. Just heal my Pokemon like that? You sure did? Okay, thank you. Good on you. Alright. And then the PC is allegedly somewhere. Wonder if it's in, like, the other room? Not you. What about you? Where might that be? I said there'd be access to the PC somewhere. Maybe it's in a different room. Is it this room right here? No, just more of... Oh, hey, a thing. I'll take that. Well, you guys said there'd be a PC somewhere. Is it on a different floor? Is it up this way? Is it in this room, perchance? Oh, hey. Cool. Thank you. I'm just gonna save real quick. Okay, you know what? After all that, earned my rolls. I think I've earned them. At this point, doesn't matter that I lost to one of the Elite Four members because all the good stuff is going to White Team anyway. Alright. So we're gonna... Alright. First for Grimsley. That's a big number. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Three, 6, 9, 10, 11. Alright. Alright, we have not hatched an egg in a while, I feel like. Nah, I get it. I get you. It's wood. The other one, how do I spell that? How do I spell that? To check where that one was. Actually, no. I can go to summary for that. Weirdly, there are two misters that were in the submissions, and they're both birds. I will be very upfront. Right? I'm spelling that correctly? Yep. I do not get this reference. Additionally, the white team already has a Braviary, so... Let's see, Payday, Thief, Whirlwind, and Present. I don't get it. I'm not sure what the idea is there, but okay. I'm just gonna move you preemptively. What do they get? I don't think Thick Club does anything with the Timberline, but that might be useful, question mark? That might be worth something. Alright, for Marshall. 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one needs to be moved. Alright. Okay, what are the two here? Cacturn 0.5 and Snack. Okay. I have a pretty good idea what that one is. Okay. Okay. Zero point. Well, that's that, I suppose, and the other one... Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Alright, that's... Well, neither of those are particularly useful to anyone at this stage in the game. Though I guess since Evergreen is on the white team, black team gets Cacturn 0.5. We're not using you, buddy. I'm sorry. Like, what do you contribute at this point? Maybe early on. Maybe early on. You could have done something. I'm just gonna preemptively move you guys over there. I think that makes more sense. And, like, we just went through, the Dragon Gym, so, like, there's no reason for Snack. So that's a dud, I suppose. I guess we move on to the Chantal. Actually, how many do I have left at this point? 3, 6, 9, 10. I can use a single D10. Very cool. Alright. The Chantal fight. That's 3. And... let's see. Interesting. Interesting. I think we can move to a D8 now, too. So, like, this one's Slacking with a question mark, and this one is Insomniac. Okay. Alright, what we got? Huh. Okay. I think this one kind of comes down to what its moveset is. Magic Man didn't work because, like, I just don't feel Psychic... Actually, yeah, we're in the Elite Four, and I don't think Psychic is particularly helpful. Right, I'm spelling that correctly? Yak. Yep. I just don't think Psychic is a particularly helpful type in this gen as a whole, to be completely upfront, despite the fact that Sigilyph has just been destroying me this entire playthrough. Let's see, and this one is... Slacking? Question mark? Okay. Yeah. Okay, based on that name alone, and given the fact that, like, again, I just don't think Psychic is particularly helpful, I'm gonna give the white team Slacking. Which does what? That might be useful. I'm not 100% on that. Uproar Mean looks Slack Off and Morning Sun. Does it just regain health? Is that kind of all this thing does? Yeah, yeah, that's probably not happening. And the final fight, I don't remember her name, but she was a struggle, and I could, like, leave it to white team to decide, but this is at the point of the game where, again, we're just trying to help white team out. Like, I am pretty content with how black team's total is, so we're just gonna hatch them and go from there. Oh, I found my D8 right away. Fantastic. So yeah, we've got 8 left, which is crazy. Alright. We have Peter. And an egg. Okay, this is another one that doesn't have a name. Okay. Okay, we can use a D6 next time. So we have 3 to go. 2 are for N, 2 are for Getsus, and then the last one is going to be Charon. Because we fight him on Victory Road somewhere. Let's see if we can get anything else for the white team to use. I think the first one's Peter. How does this shown up twice? How? Oh, wait. Wait, I think I... Peter? I get it. I get it. I see. I get you. And one of the last day catches we're probably going to see for a little bit. Oh. Okay. You have a shell bell. I don't know what your deal is. I'm just gonna call you Pink. I've got nothing else. Well, Because the Autono might do something. So Peter goes with us. Yeah, gear grind. I get it. Okay. What do we give black team? Or what do we give white team? Oh, it has echo voice hyper. Okay, I see. I don't particularly think that helps. As regenerator, I guess. This thing might help. This ain't doing anything. This again might help. Maybe. Let me check a summary on that. Let's see, right. Okay, this thing's a physical attacker when we gave it. What are we doing? It has bad special attack. What are we doing, guys? 2-turn solar beam? Ugh, no. No, this thing ain't helping. This thing ain't helping. Okay, how do you work? Regenerate when you swap. The more it's used, the greater damage it does. Hyper voice. Lower SPDEF for these two, I get ya. Lower SPATAC. I feel like if I wanted to use a dark type move, I feel like I have a couple mons that just do that now. Better. Okay, so the only thing that might be of use is the Timber. What are your moves? Bulk Up, Hammer Arm, Focus Punch, and Wood Hammer. Against the Dark type gym? Or the Dark type specialist, maybe, but that's it. And, like, we have a Bug type for that. Provided that D-Crawler can survive that. Yikes. Yikes. Well, good luck to the white team. Good luck. This has definitely been one of the longer episodes. I think just the next couple of episodes are going to be long. We have 6 Mons left. Clutch, Strugglebug, me. I'm pretty sure that's me. Solomon, I guess. Moldavius F, Egg, and Mr. Crit. Interesting. I'll be curious to see if the white team can, like, pull through the Elite Four and, like, fight Enin gets us. I'll be curious if it can do it all in one go. As for me, in the black playthrough, gonna save here. That was rough. I'm gonna be so real. That was very rough. I am hoping that the fights with Enin gets us on this team go well. Fingers crossed. Until next time, this is Solomon Pleasant, signing off.